Hey folks, welcome to August 3rd, 2022, and kind of a quiet day yesterday on these markets. We did, get back up in the range so far in the week, but just coming right back down on equities. Bonds, of course, holding on to the highs from Monday, but the market really actually surprisingly was quite concerned with the safe arrival of Nancy Pelosi's plane, and why not? There were fighter jets from Taiwan and China in the skies as she was approaching for landing. So it seems to be when the plane landed safe and sound, the market did want to take a little bit of a pump to the upside there, and we saw that on the tape. So today we're going to talk about S&P, oil, and Bitcoin. All right, so stay tuned here. Let's go. Right, so onto the charts. Okay, oil's been really quite lethargic here in this area now. We kind of have a method that when we come into compression like this, penanting like the way we have as of yesterday, we tend to drop out of these areas. If we come in the direction moving down, we will exit in the direction moving down. And anything like this is seen as a fake out to the upside. And so highly untradeable, really. Oil just yesterday all day, highly untradeable to be honest. I mean, you could argue that this tiny little area, which I'm going to delete now, was a nice little area, but no, it wasn't. So most of us staying clear of oil yesterday. Um, waiting for OPEC, which is coming today. So OPEC is meeting to discuss September's production levels. There's talk of demand slowdown, and there's talk of ramping up a little bit of production. So they're really bearish factors. If you've got demand slowdown and talk about increasing production, this market nonetheless is still tight. So slipping off to the downside maybe for a day or two, I still think there's a lot of buyers down in around below this invasion level of 90 51s back adjusted, right? So do be careful out there on oil. So I do think we can slip further and make new lows on the week today, if not throughout the rest of this week. Of course, NFP coming on Friday, never a big deal for oil, but might just shake up some of the correlations, make Dixie a bit more expensive, and make that oil therefore a bit more expensive. So that's oil. Not looking at too much. Um, Looking at the S&P as well on the dailies. You'll see here that the 100 EMA was a target to the downside yesterday, and we did essentially just pip into that and then cruise back up, right? So there's your daily bars. We go back onto the hourly bars. You'll see, look at that right there, bang, onto the 100 EMA, and up she goes. So that happened just around the open. Nice targets to the downside, and then reversal back up into pretty much the highs on the week so far, and then slipping off really from the highs of half five down, closing lower on the day. Um, or sorry, yeah, sorry, just yeah, a bit negative on the day. So today we're still sitting above this gap area. Technically, it has not closed down here at the 40.77 3/4. So pretty resilient market holding at the 100 EMA. We should be looking essentially for something higher. Ultimately, 200 EMA is up here, 4178. On today's market between R2 and R3. Can we get there? Well, I think we have Pelosi safely landed in Taiwan. I think as long as she's there, I don't think this market is going to rest easily on its laurels. So I think we could hover around here and create a bit more sideways value until we get into NFP, which of course is coming on this Friday. So that's really it on SPOOs. And then we'll get over to BitBook here, and we'll show you on the daily chart. While we have this sort of consolidation above the level here, the support. Sorry, I'll just take my face off the screen. The support here seen. I'll just show you back here. Essentially, this is the high of the week of 24th of June 2019. All right, just here. So that's about 1845. I'll just get rid of that level. 18485. And then if we go back to where we trade now, you've kind of seen pretty much to the tick that became the support that we've had over the last probably 2 months. And so we're kind of We've paid back up into the 24s. So if we then go over onto the 60-minute, you'll see that this bull flag has been forming from the highs that we had there last week, couple of 10% up days over the FOMC, over the GDP prints, and then we just kind of fell into this bear or bull flag. So we've broken out essentially yesterday right here, and then we just pulled back, holding on S1. I think we can make some gains here from this vantage point. And again, I think for the big gains to push into the 25 420s and indeed 26 250s up here, you're going to need to see NFP prints. We've seen positive prints on the job numbers. I think for this for the equities markets and the risk asset markets in general, I think we're going to need to continue to see um you know good jobs numbers, essentially, because that's what has propped us up during all this talk of recession. Essentially, it hasn't been a recession. uh, you know well, yeah, technically we're in a recession, two negative GDP prints, right? Consecutive negative GDP prints. However, the market has, and Jerome Powell have been quoted saying that they have really good jobs numbers, and consumer spending is doing okay. However, if we then come into a period where we start to see those propping up factors start to decline, well, then, the positivity we've seen around this technical recession will start to, that floor will start to be removed. And, so, but by and large, we have good jobs numbers leading up to this. I think, ADP will be tomorrow. So we'll have a look at that. And it should be indicative of what we're going to get. But I think it's going to be strong numbers, and the markets will continue to move to the upside. If we get obviously a miss on the expectation, to the downside we go, because we're not going to be propped up by that factor anymore. So it's as simple as that, really. And yeah, so that's it. That's it. Quick and easy. We've got quite a bit of data to come throughout the US session today. US factory orders and ISM services PMIs. Also, starting at 11 a.m. GMT is the OPEC meeting, as I was talking about, where they're discussing production output and talking about demand decline. So that's it. All right, brilliant. Where's the camera button? There we go. Boom. All right. So listen, have a great session, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.